Our first guest tonight is a legendary comedian, author, actor, and Mr. Potato Head. He's a two-time Emmy winner this year alone, who we can see live in concert March 6th and 7th at the Borgata in Atlantic City, and March 20th through 22nd at the Orleans Hotel in Las Vegas. Or you can stay quietly at home and read this very funny book. It's called Rickles' Letters. Please welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles.
Okay. Please be seated.
Well, we're out of time. Good night, everybody. Oh, no.
Shut up, Jimmy. Try not to. Don't be cute. You know this is a big favor. Now, come on.
I know it.
14 jobs I was offered. They said, go downtown to this poor Italian place. Do it, do it. It's a favor. Now, act a little humble.
I know, you're right, you're right.
If he lost the war,
sorry.
remember that. He's Italian.
It's great to
Look at this.
see
The
you.
guy, you always get these people in the front that go, this isn't an aquarium, it's a show, for Christ's sake.
Well,
I'm sorry, the guy in the front, hey, Rose, what's an aquarium? You're Italian, right? You can tell, not the matches. Anyway, right on. And Dad, huh?
Yep.
Still telling the old man he can play, huh? Yeah. God bless you. I know Dad a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you know him since Vegas, Caesar's Palace, right?
That was good remarks. No, I do. Caesar's Palace, we go way back. Jimmy, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
And I want to tell you, thank you for mentioning about the Emmys, but I got to tell you the truth. This man did a hell of a job for me. Previous to the Emmys and with my book and all, he came in and did a private show for us, for the press and so forth, and you were a great host, and I
it was my honor, honestly, to do it.
Well, that's it for me. Wait, let me have a little taste. You got to be bombed to do this kind of show.
Don, can I ask you, before you get too bombed, I want to ask you a question.
There was a man you young people don't know, it was called Jackie Gleason, and he was a great star, rest his soul.
Yes.
And he used to, and I knew him in Florida, and he came on the stage one night, Jimmy. This has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. But he came on the stage one night. Now, I was working this little joint in the Seville Hotel downstairs in a little lounge. And every night, and I didn't have a performance. I just made fun of people and life. And I was never mean-spirited, thank God. That's why I'm on this show, because I skyrocketed. Anyway, give me a minute, because everything I say, I did in my room, and I laughed my ass off. Anyway, so I'm doing a show, Jimmy, and all of a sudden, a guy comes with a chair or onto this little tiny stage and says, "Okay, pal, entertain me." And he sat on the stage for the whole show. Well, and we just talked, and he was there with the booze, and he drank, but he was a magnificent artist.
Wow.
And he said that too. He said, wow. Anyway, don't be a dumbbell. Who says wow anymore? I'm 82 years old. When I was in high school, a girl came up and went, wow. What the hell's the matter with you?
Well, Jackie Gleason, that's a big deal, and it's hard to even imagine you being kind of beneath someone on the comedy ladder. But at that age, when you were that, getting started, Jackie Gleason was a huge, huge deal.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Whole speech. I think I'm in therapy. That's true, doctor. That's true. No, Jimmy, I know what you mean. That's very sweet.
Yes,
that is sweet. It was, in those days, even, you go to, by the way, you all saw the Oscars, I'm sure, I was supposed to get
Where
one,
did you
but
watch?
the show ran too long.
Did you watch the Oscars at a party or
No,
at
no,
home,
no.
or
I
what?
was in a cab, and I asked the guy to turn it on. Yeah, I went to a lovely girl, Danny Jansen. She's David Jansen, rest his soul, was her husband. He was a great guy. And she had this party. Some of the biggies showed up. Jack
Like who?
Nicholson.
Oh, really?
Al Pacino. They're lonely. And,
Wow.
and they said that
See?
too. But I had a great talk with Jack. If you know Nicholson, you know, and I love basketball.
We don't know him. No
That's
one
an
here knows
expression,
him.
Jimmy. Don't make me slap you in front of a lot of people. Don't.
Sorry.
Don't make me slap you, Jimmy. See, Italians do when you get out of line. They go, "That was wrong, Rose." Anyway, see, his kind of people. You're Puerto Rican. Are you Puerto Rican? Puerto Rican don't do that. No. Anyway, that's a joke. They're wonderful people. Anyway.
They're actually Mexican. You know,
They're Mexican. What, that's better? I'll tell you this. No, God bless you. I'm a Jew and we're Mexicans. And someday we're going to take over the world and get rid of Obama. Anyway, no, that's a joke. I love that. He's on the air now. Why aren't you watching? Anyway, they all went, oh. You know what I noticed during his speech? I was watching back. He was tap dancing. Anyway,
Is that right? Really?
now you're going to write letters. Why did he say that? Like, it's fun in life. He'd be the first one to laugh. Like I'm going to meet him. Anyway, well, maybe I will. Maybe someday I will.
Are you trying to say the president is gay?
No, I never.
Oh.
Don't push it. Don't push it. Obama is a great, great gentleman, and God bless him. I hope he does great for our country, because we're all in trouble. I'm living now in a box.
Is that right? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know you are. Look how depressed you are about it.
Your lovely wife, Barbara, how long have you been together with Barbara?
What do you mean together? We don't play that game that you do.
I
We didn't do that in our day. There's none of that. We got what they called the blue body. You made love, and then she went home to her house, and I went to mine. And if I said, come to my house and live with me, he said, are you stupid? What, are you crazy? That was unheard of. My father would come with a gun, and her father would come with a gun.
Really?
We never lived there. Today, you go up to the couples, and God bless all you young people. It's, how long you married? Well, we've been together 3 years. We're married 12. Anyway, there's none of that living together business, which is wonderful.
You didn't do that,
No, in our day, it wasn't the thing. Today, you know, guys get on the stage and go, why don't you go yourself, you know?
Right, yeah.
And everybody goes,
We've degraded as a society.
I'll say what I want to say.
I'm sorry.
Why do you keep doing this? Is there a curtain in front of you?
I don't know what to say other than
Every
wow.
time I talk to him, I think it slides.
But
I like you. This guy here, real white bread kind of guy, you know? Where are you from, sir?
Westford, Mass.
That's exciting. Anyway,
well,
Jimmy, so what else has happened?
Well, we should take a break right now because I want to come back and talk about your book, Rickles' book.
Oh, thank you,
About
yeah.
your live stage appearances. People can come see you in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas. And
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
I know this gentleman, he first started in sports, really, and he's come a long way. And it's so, when I come back here with you guys and Frank and your whole family, it really makes a guy feel at home. And you are a
well, it's always great to have you here. Don Rickles, everybody. We'll be right back with Don after this. We're back with Don Rickles. By the way, you can see Don at the Borgata in Atlantic City on March 6th and 7th. Is that sold out already, though, that show?
They tell me, but I'll find out when I do.
Okay, and in Vegas, March 20th through 22nd at the Orleans Hotel. Definitely, if you've never seen Don live in concert, this is something you should definitely do. And this book, now, Don, I want to tell you a story, if I could.
Sure.
I was in the bookstore, I think right around the day the book came out,
Yeah.
and I saw the book, and I saw that I opened it, and I saw you had letters to people, and I secretly thought, I hope he wrote a letter to me in the book, and then I couldn't find it, and then I finally got to the end, and sure enough, you did write a letter to me in the book, which was I was thrilled about, to be honest with you.
Pull yourself together.
Until I saw that you... Until I saw
Man's
that
going bananas just thinking about it. I have the book.
I was excited until I realized you wrote a letter to every single talk show host in the United States of America.
Well, naturally. And you were lucky you were on page 99.
That's right.
No, you're great, Jimmy.
Well, I was really excited about it, and I wanted to do something if I could. I wanted to read the letter you wrote to Regis Philbin.
Oh, sure.
A longtime friend of yours,
He
Regis.
is. Great friend. Great friend.
In fact, actually, I think rather than me read it, maybe Guillermo would be better. Guillermo, do you have a copy of Rickles' book? Yes.
Guillermo,
Okay.
Guillermo, stop napping and read the book.
Okay.
Now, here we go. Guillermo is going to read a letter from Rickles' book. Take it away, Guillermo.
Dear Rich, we go as far back as Noah's Ark. Who was the one who told you password won't fly? Me. Who was the one who said the millionaire show will be a hit? Me. And when Joey Bishop was about to give you a nervous breakdown, who took the gun out and shoot your mouth? Me. Regis. I am a little concerned. It is time for you to take down the Dean Martin shrine in your living room where you kneel and sing. That amor. By the way, I'm glad you become such a close friend with Donald Trump, especially since he's named you the night manager at Mark A. Lejo.
Oh, there's more?
Yes.
By the way, if you want to get this in English, you can buy the book.
That's all, Rich. I got to tell David Letterman, enough with Rich's joke. Promote me for a change. Your pal, Don.
Oh, isn't that nice? Well, that was very well done, Guillermo. We'll be right back with Don Rickles and Regis Philbin, who has just joined us. I told you not to go to sleep early, didn't I? Regis Philbin has joined
Jimmy,
us.
I can't thank you. Thank you very much. I got to tell you, I can't thank you enough. I have, Newhart's dear friend, and this guy is right there with friendship, and we know each other at least 45 years.
Yeah.
And I go back with him in San Diego, and then with Joey Bishop, rest his soul, and we make jokes about it. But we really used to do the Tonight Show, and well, he was the co-host like Ed McMahon. And I used to always rib him and say, does Joey like me? Am I doing all right? And little did I realize he would become a billionaire and brush me. No, that's not true. But
he just flew all the way out here to surprise you.
No,
tonight.
I thought he walked.
No, but I'm his biggest fan, honest to God. I've loved him ever since I first heard about him, and then to meet him in person in San Diego, as Don said, I interviewed him on the street there when I had a local show in San Diego.
Wow.
And then came the Bishop years. And then, in 1974, I was the entertainment editor of KABC TV, the station that carries your show right here in L.A. And I did a 90-minute talk show in the morning, and then I would review a movie on the 6 o'clock news, and then go to a party for the 11 o'clock news and bring back an interview. And so whenever I knew Don was appearing somewhere, and in those days they had luncheons and they had roasts, and they would honor people at banquets, and all the great comedians who lived here in L.A. in the 60s and into the 70s were here. And they were great, magnificent comedians, with really specialized material. But Don Rickles ended each show. And the reason why was because nobody else could follow him. And that's the truth. He was absolutely sensational.
And you would go to wherever Don was.
I would go wherever he was, and we'd do a little bit together, and I'm going to show you some of those things.
You were the original stalker, really, Regis.
I was his stalker, as a matter of fact, but he always gave me a great show. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of these excerpts from tapes that I've had all these years. And let's go back 35 years.
Wow.
Tommy Lasorda is the Dodger, the Los Angeles Dodger manager, and they're having a luncheon for him. And this is what it looked like.
Oh, yes.
For the Lipschitz wedding.
The Lipschitz wedding, no.
Tommy who?
Tommy Lasorda. He's the manager of the Dodgers.
He's wanted by the Italian people in Sicily. This man is
I
wanted.
know he's wanted.
He was in a cave in Salerno with my uncle. Look at him smiling like it's a lock. He's got a personality like a bad dugout. What is your name, sir?
My name is Regis.
Regis? Do you wear a dress?
You understand? But I loved it. I just loved it. One time, Paul Anka was doing a special at ABC. Remember this? It was at the Palladium.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm back in the parking lot interviewing Paul Anka, and suddenly Don Rickles comes by, and Anka goes over to say hello, and I did too. And Don is telling me about the show, and he said, I'm a guest on the show, and I said, yeah, that's right. And so I thought I'd bring it up in the interview. So listen to what happened when this was a point I was trying to make. Watch the abuse I took.
You're included? Pardon me? You're included? No, I'm on a tour. I'm in downtown L.A. on a tour, and the bus got stalled here, and that's why I came by the Palladium. I'm waiting for Lawrence Welk to suck bubbles for a half hour. Dumbbell, why am I here? Go away, Regis. That's why you'll never be a star. You got some sort of wheezing disease. Paul, God bless. Take care. Long live Lebanon.
Lebanon? Do you?
Long live Philbin.
Don, what does that mean?
It means it was trouble. That's what he was. That's it.
No.
No. Oh, no.
So then there was the night that they were honoring Danny Thomas. They honored Danny Thomas every other week.
That's right.
And you had to go and close the show, of course. But there was a woman there, a wild, wild woman, who actually wanted a kiss from Don. As a matter of fact, this woman fell in love with Don Rickles.
There's one Lebanese girl who wants to give you a kiss.
Hello, my darling. Will it be a donation? Shalom, shalom. Regis, this turned out to be a special, Regis. It's a special.
This lady still wants.
I don't know who this lady is. Get her a newspaper stand, something. Go downtown Hollywood. I don't need this kind of bedlam.
You know how Daddy feels at Hillcrest now, huh?
I hope your camel dies. Leave me alone already. Sorry, Mr. Rickles. I can't handle it anymore, Regis. Never call me again.
Hey, raise your camel.
Go away, lady. Go away.
Funny stuff, huh?
Oh, God, baby.
So all these years, here I am, I'm chasing Don down the street, getting interviews for the news. And then I go to New York, and then I develop a little act of my own. And then the thrill of my life was going on stage with Don Rickles. And, you know, we've been doing it now off and on for quite a few years. But in the beginning, it was Don, you know, who took me to his bosom, you know, in the dressing room.
Uh-oh. What kind of video is this going to be?
And gave me the confidence to get out there and, you know, and do an act. And here we are at the Resorts Hotel in Atlantic City, and he was so supportive, as he's always been.
Hey, this is great. You see, you don't see clip-ons anymore. This is terrific. You become an usher at the Lower East State.
Look at you on the road. Now, you just lounge around till I go out and warm them up and get them all set up for you.
No, I just sit like this, hope a girl comes by, and I grab her, pull her in the room. See, I love my wife, but my wife has cataracts. It's real. Don't come around anymore. The voice is weak. You stink. How's that, Regis? You stink. You're not good, you stink. And stay out of my life, Regis. And keep that AM show off. And I never want to see you again. I hope you get a boil on your neck.
It's support, confidence. Yeah.
Don, it occurs to me after watching these tapes, you're not very nice to Regis. You have to be nicer to Regis, don't you?
Watch your butt out.
Yeah, you guys are going to be doing shows together.
Yeah, we're going to be in Clearwater, and
We're going to be in Clearwater and in West Palm Beach.
Yes, and in fact, I have the
In
information
April.
right there. The Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater, Florida
Yeah.
on April 23rd, and the Kravis Center on April 24th in West Palm Beach. What do you guys do together?
You know
on
what he
stage?
does, Jimmy, and ladies and gentlemen, he comes into the dressing room, because we work there, we know each other so many, as you just saw, and thank you for those clips, by the way. But he comes in the dressing room, and I used to do years ago about camels to the desert, I don't know. It was a long time ago in my beginnings. And he comes into the dressing room and goes, "To the desert, my friends! To the desert! We're going to kill him tonight! To the desert!" And he gets out of control. We got to get on Valium, something. He goes crazy. We're going to kill him tonight to the desert, my friend. To the desert.
It was a takeoff on Peter O'Toole.
That's what it was, which I still do. But he's always been, and his career has been tremendous. It really is. Not as big as yours, Jimmy.
No.
But, no, he makes $2.9 billion. You make $2 billion.
Yeah, something like that.
And I make $1.50 with a lox sandwich.
We don't work together on stage, Jimmy.
You don't? There's no crossover?
I do my act, and then I leave, and I take a seat in the audience, and I love them all over again. And it's just wonderful to see.
Oh, really? Wow. Well,
And the show, how many years you been on the air now with Kelly now? Kelly Ripp is, she's not here tonight, unfortunately. She's at a fashion show in Detroit. I don't know what that means, but they laugh. Like Newhart always says, I say, see the guy in the front? You're embarrassing me. So Newhart says, well, why did they laugh at that? I said, well, it's funny. It's the way I say it.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. You look ridiculous, but that's funny. Ridiculous. You put a stick on his ass, you got a flag.
Well, there you have it.
See what fun it is, Jimmy, to go on the road with Don Rickles?
I feel like a real talk show host for maybe the very first time. Don Rickles and Regis Philbin, everybody. You can see them at Ruth Eckerd Hall, Clearwater, April 23rd, April 24th in West Palm Beach. And don't forget Rickles' book. We'll be right back with music from Ben Solee.